Time. That's it. I had some time. I'm waiting for my class to start. That's my life at the moment. Uh, and I thought, huh, live stream. Yep, I can do that. That's for sure. Uh, And God damn it. um, this is oh yeah, it's public. Oh shit. Isolate. Whoops. Whoops, guys. I accidentally said yes, it's made for kids. Um, guys, after I like swore twice. I'm sorry, guys. I don't like children. Um, children suck. I don't like them. I find them kind of gross. And the fact that they leave mysterious residue just doesn't help either. Um, well, okay. I'm sorry. Why is it saying chat is disabled for this live stream? Okay. I miss my setup at home. With my setup at home, I knew how to do this. Okay, I don't think you understand how scuffed this is. Okay, so the thing propping up my laptop right now is like a carton of not a carton. What is this called? So like I have a giant box of Arizona green tea that's propping up my computer over here, and then my phone, which is actually doing the live stream, and it doesn't have chat replay, which is kind of like the whole point of a live stream. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what to do about that. I'm sorry. My phone is leaning against my water bottle. What are we doing here? Okay, I need to learn that just because you can stream, you physically can, does not mean you should. The audio is also sucky because I'm using my laptop microphone. In the future, I'm gonna regret the idea of ever making this live stream, but I just wanted to do this so I could, like, show myself, yeah, physically you can, but oh my God, you really shouldn't. I met my roommate. My roommate is like the coolest guy you'll ever meet. I'm dead serious. I originally wanted to room with a buddy of mine from high school, but that didn't exactly happen because of stupid shenanigans. Um, what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, and just randomly selected like I originally had a different roommate for some reason. I don't know what the hell why, but I guess because the roommate I was planning to room with signed on late, and that's the thing that happened. That did happen, but then uh, I don't know how much of this I should say, but he moved down to the first floor, so I got reassigned another roommate. But I'm dead serious when I say he's like the coolest guy I'll ever meet. Like I'm looking at an anime figurine right here. This is my kind of person. Um, he's a Vietnamese international student. I think that is sick as hell. I'm just saying that is so cool. He brought some Vietnamese like cheap cheap food that was absolutely so delicious. I'm so sorry. Um, but like I didn't know how to make it because the instructions were in Vietnamese. But he helped it out. It was genuinely so good. It was just your basic like ramen and some unidentifiable meat. Uh, I don't know what that meat was, but it kind of tasted how I imagine spam, how it looks, tastes. Um, what's in here? Check it out. I have a fridge right next to me. That's it. That's the novelty. I can pull out an Arizona green tea just whenever I want. It's stressful. I hate it here. I've been trying so hard to work on the next video. I have tried so hard. Uh, you. This is the progress I've made on it. That's it. That's the progress. I started like having the idea of this like 2 weeks ago. This is all I have. Guys, please help. This isn't funny. Actually, waiting for my classes to start, I was writing down like notes on on how the hell I should like start this. So I like have a kind of idea of a script written in here, but oh my god, I've got nothing done. Nothing done at all. I could show you what I have in here. I've got like a bunch of different notes for classes going on in here. Uh, where is it? I have like general bits of knowledge going on, and it's not the best. I'll admit. Uh, it's bad. It's really, really bad. Woman, a bunk bed. Look, I when I came into the room, it was like several feet off the ground, and my dad had to come in and lower it. It was so it was so embarrassing because my roommate was there, and it stressed me the frig out. The fact that I'm on the seventh floor of my building. I'm like several hundred feet off the ground, and they think it's really funny. It's the funniest joke to put like a window next to the beds, and no. Oh God, please no. Like I claimed the bed closest to the door because oh my God, I would have had a daily panic attack having to climb like not only 5 feet to get into the bed, but also I'd be right next to the window. That is so not cool. No. Okay, anyway, I need like guys, I need serious help on making a video. Okay, I need something like other than the basic idea of how to start this. Just background knowledge because I realize I'm covering the title of the Google slide. That would be terrifying. It is terrifying. I look out the window and I think, oh my god, if this building like collapses, I'm dead. Okay. Anyway, where are my notes? Uh, 5 days of being fined. Okay, those are just my like actual academic notes. Where are the funny, stupid shit that I did? Uh, uh, where is it? Hell. Okay, I wrote down like basic ideas for what to do with this video, but it's like super basic. Um the video is just like I wanted to look at um I'm putting in quotation marks here the very first Lego game And I'm lying a bit because the actual first Lego game is not an interesting story. It's one of those children learn to read kind of games. You'd probably die in any building collapse, and if you were in it, to be fair. Yeah, I know, but I just think to myself, what if a plane gets too close? I'm not gonna make that joke, but you know what I'm thinking. You guys, this is so freaking stressful. Okay, so there's a fun fact about the game, but you can play it in a browser, and that's why I selected this game of all things. I could have done cool math games because everybody knows cool math games, but you can just play what the hell is it called? Uh Lego Island. Yeah, you can just play it in a browser, and that's the reason why I chose this game. Uh, I'm gonna turn down my volume because I just remembered it'd be super loud, and my suite mates, the walls are super thin. It's like super thin. Um, Also, I just realized in OBS I forgot to set the live stream delay to not being absolutely garbage. Um, so I just realized whenever I read any sort of chat, um, it might have been like a 30-second delay. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking. I need some tea. I'm fine. This is the game I wanted to make a video about, but like I said, you saw the little rock already. The dog is not pretty, and not to mention the audio quality in this stream is so bad. I forgot to bring my microphone from home, and worse than that, I forgot to bring my headset, so I just can't hear anything. Yeah, this is
Hello!
like a game nobody
Hola!
knows.
Welcome
Everybody's
and
familiar with the
bienvenido!
TT
Konnichiwa!
Lego games, with like the
Aloha!
Lego
How you
Indiana
doing?
Jones, Lego Harry
Hello!
Potter
And in
stuff.
any language, welcome to Lego
I'm just gonna make
Island!
sure that I don't have opera audio. Oh, I do have opera audio running. Oh, whoops. I need to turn that down real quick. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna turn that down all the way. You don't need to hear this game. And I realized just as I was speaking, it didn't matter. Because you can't hear a goddamn thing. Um, I. Okay, so I just realized I got out, like, a tea, but I don't have a coaster. Guys, um, I have paper plates, though. Um, I'm trying my best to live in this economy. This is certainly an introduction to the game. I'm sorry if I blasted your eardrums off. I'm sorry. I have to put this can of tea onto a paper plate as a coaster. Just because you can stream does not mean you should. I'm sorry. Who did this? Who let me do this? Uh, I love tea, but oh my god, I'm trying to figure out like college at this point. It's so freaking stressful. Anyway, enough about college. I need help with this damn video. Okay, I am dead serious. So there's a radio back there, right? There's a radio, and I wanted to have this kind of bit going where I don't know, I reference different like video not video, radio channels, which fun fact, um I did my radio voice for the president of the radio station at the university, and I was supposed to get a tour twice. I rescheduled because the student who the president added onto the email chain, he couldn't make it, got a job, but then they just never responded to my reschedule. So, okay, I guess I'm not getting that radio job my freshman year, even though I do need the money. Like financially, I'm in ruins. But anyway, about the radio, I have some things written down on this stupid like thing. Okay, so I was thinking like it switches between channels as like whenever you're watching cable TV and it switches to different like commercials, that kind of thing. But I want it to have like an old like aesthetic 90s, maybe like early 2000s kind of aesthetic mixed with like the radio thing. I have like five different ideas written down, and none of them are like a real good one. Besides sports, of course, and weather and traffic, because on radio you have to have that. I okay, just making sure there's no like music going on. Um, so I definitely know I have to do sports for like one of the bits, but we both know I know nothing about sports, so that makes that super super hard. Uh, so, but I know of a recording location where I can I can do like this bit back at my hometown, like a very long ways away from my university. Um, my high school has this gigantic football stadium because God bless America, and they just let you show up. I'm not even kidding. You don't even need to like make a reservation or anything. The only caveat is if there's a school event going on, then like yeah, it's pretty creepy if you're an adult like trying to record something next to a bunch of children. Yeah, don't do that. But like it's not a rule. It's just something that like you're gonna get weird looks if you start doing that. I know I pass as like a middle schooler, but like guys, trust. I'm an adult. I am 18 years old, despite the fact that I'm doing a live stream in my dorm recording on my laptop microphone. This is so terrible. Okay. So, about the recording location, I was genuinely thinking I need some kind of like bit. I have to have my microphone kind of with me. The way I kind of did it at the beginning of the Herobrine video that I did, where I had the audio and video running separate channels, and I want the camera to be zoomed out while I'm in the stands. That's just kind of my idea, and I say like, okay, I have I wrote down waiting for my English class to start, like an idea for the the like segment. I was thinking to myself, so ha- if you guys happen to know the British television show IT Crowd, um, I reference that quite a bit. In fact, the voice I do sometimes is Denham, no, Douglas Renham, that kind of voice where I go into the high pitched, like British sounding voice. I can't do it right now because I'm in a dorm with like paper thin walls. But anyway, um, I wrote down the line. Did you see that ludicrous display last night? And I seriously don't know what tone or a voice to use for that. I don't know if I want to do the IT crowd reference. Uh, because I know nothing about sports, so I have to make like random stuff up. So I kind of wanted to have this like can the way like um if you watch FIFA interviews or any sort of like other sports. I know what sports are, guys. I'm hip. I'm hip with the jocks. Um uh, you could pretend you're a relative. Uh, it's still creepy. Like, I'm only gonna go to the football stadium, like, on a weekend or a summer, so I can get that done. Um, so I just wanted this bit where, two, television announcers kind of, like, switch in between each other, but then this is just kind of like some lukewarm ideas. So I have, like, a bunch of, uh, different, like, ideas lined up for some of this stuff. Um, let's see. I don't know anything about sports, so I just have written down, uh, I just cannot believe the first yard, line yard, ball backer play, Diego Rivera played on Jose Guadalupe Posada. Um, Fun fact, there was a canceled video that I only have the script of, where I wanted to interview Minecraft mobs until I realized I kind of want to move away from Minecraft a little bit and just kind of want to do something general. Um, so I named a bunch of the mobs that I was interviewing after artists I studied in art history. So I did reference Diego Rivera, who is like the he's the Mexican muralist, and then there's Jose Guadalupe Posada, which did La Catrina. Um, I also have Frida Kahlo in here. I don't know why they're all Mexican. I don't know. Mexico was just on the brain. I don't know why. Um, so all the I was thinking in my head, what if all of the sports players that I'm thinking of right now, what if I named them after like artists as like a homage to the video that I scrapped, that it was only in like script production? Okay, I have a bunch of stuff that I never actually like publish to the public in my Discord server, where I post a bunch of things that I feel like mix, don't make sense, don't fit, and I like post them in a channel over there. Okay, so God, this script is so buns. Um, you'd think the youngest buckazoo wackazoo of our century would learn to avoid the second puck. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And like, in editing, it's not gonna make this make sense. Okay, so that's just like some of the ideas I have for some of the like radio portions. I don't know what else to do. Like, I I've been trying to find a space where I can like sit down and write the script, but it's just not coming together. It's this is all whoops. Sorry guys. Sorry Lego Island. This is like all I have. This is it. Okay. So, some of the other radio bits I was thinking of was like a parody of like a Joe Rogan conspiracy podcast. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Before I left for college, my father started watching like news radio, and fun fact, Joe Rogan is in the TV show News Radio, and I thought like, okay, so Joe Rogan evolved from being on a TV show about radio hosts to a to an actual podcaster, which I find just such a crazy leap. But his entire character in that show is the fact that he's a crazy conspiracy theorist. So like nothing changed. So I don't have like an idea for this like conspiracy like bit, but I just know I have the idea. And then weather and traffic. I seriously can't even think of a funny idea I can do with weather and traffic. Besides the fact that if I look outside right now, it's not even kidding, 105 degrees Fahrenheit. But like people watching that segment that don't know I live in Texas are gonna be just so like lost on the joke. So I can't even do that. Um, Weather and traffic. I think I might just cross that one out unless I can think of something that's funny to do with traffic. Um, let's be real here. There's nothing you can make funny about traffic. Uh, what else? Um, Spanish radio station. Fun fact: I can speak Spanish pretty well. Spanish is one of the languages that I I can do, and I can also intermix it with the like radio voice. So a lot of the times when you switch like the channel, you'll especially in this area, you'll have a bunch of like Spanish radio stations going on, but um like I want to do the Spanish speaking portions, but with like the traditional radio voice, like Hola, ¿dónde está la biblioteca? Ha, quiero una hamburguesa. Um, do a joke about how unfortunate or something. I don't know, man. It's just not clicking. It's just not. Uh, Nothing is going well, and I've got. When does my class start? 11:10. That's when it starts. Okay, so I should leave about 10, which means I've got an hour left. Okay. I mean, as long as my RA doesn't come in and tell me, "Hey, can you keep it down?" That would be so embarrassing. I'm sorry. I live right next to my RA, so like sometimes sometimes I have to watch what I say. So, yeah, me and my roommate like talk about um like certain things in animes, and then sometimes it's really awkward depending on the anime. Like in a single day, we binged the entire first season of 86. And what's funny about that is, I'm a really big fan of the anime series Black Butler. Um, and I was uh, telling him about it before, like before lunch, before we even started watching it. And then I noticed that the show 86 is produced by A1 Studios, which is the same company as Black Butler. So I just thought that was funny. Anyway, what's an RA? It's like a room assistant. If you have a problem with your dorm, or if you have like, hey, this person is making some really loud noises at 3 in the morning, then you basically go to him, and he's like an intermediary. Fun fact, which is fun college thing. If you're ever confused about college, um, just watch Monsters University. That's a very educational film, I will say. Um, just from a socio-economic perspective, um, like the very concept and structure of Mike Wazowski, like it's cinematic genius, in my humble opinion. And if you ever have any confusion about American University, just watch an entire movie about college hazing. Sorry. Yeah, my dorm is pathetic. It's it just making sure I don't like dox myself. You know what? I shouldn't even risk it, actually. But in the top drawer above me, the only snacks I have are an entire loaf of bread and a giant bottle of honey. What I could just get it out. Hold on. This is the only snack I have. It's like an entire like loaf of bread, and so far I've only eaten the heel. And like the way I eat this is I just this is how I live. Thank God for my roommate. who actually brought real food and not just an entire loaf of bread with honey. Why do I do this to myself? Ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I realize that may be traumatic for some viewers. The fact that 90% of my diet consists of honey, and I'm not kidding, this thing is like mostly honey. Um, that is a surprisingly little. I'll take that as an understatement because oh my god, that is the biggest like bottle of honey I've ever seen in my entire life. Okay. Anyway, I need help with this video. I'm dead serious. Um, let's see here. Anyway, the Spanish radio station kind of like jig thing. I have no idea what to talk about for that, but I don't know if the joke is I just say like a bunch of nonsense, and to the very few amount of viewers that I have that actually know like rudimentary Spanish, it just sounds like it's just a joke, and there's going to be maybe no subtitles. That could be a route I could go for, or I could have subtitles of like actually what I say. Like, um, let's say I want to say, "Yo quiero comer caca," which just translates to "I want to eat shit." Um, so if I have a bit going on like that, I think since the minority of people that are going to be watching the video like understand Spanish, I think the joke that I need to be doing is I put the subtitles of uh, the Spanish what I'm saying, but in English. Yeah, like how translated subtitles work. Um, have subtitles, but make the subtitles wrong. Um, I could do that, but I think if I were to do that, I would do that for maybe just like a couple of sentences because to bring up IT crowd again because oh my god, I'm sorry, like IT crowd changed my humor. Um, there's a bit where Jen, one of the main characters, um, she needs to speak Italian because of some job she has where she's speaking to an Italian ambassador. Um, but she knows how to sound like she's Italian, but she doesn't actually know Italian. And the way they do that is they have these subtitles at the bottom of what the Italian speaker is actually saying, and then they do the same thing with Jen, but the subtitles are all wrong. Like instead of saying a normal sentence, she says like spiders. That's kind of the route that I think I'm going to be doing with that section. And then since since like a Spanish radio station was on the brain, I thought to myself, so are there I might be crazy for thinking this, but are there radio televised soap operas? Because I had the idea of like making fun of soap operas, but like there's still this like there's still this like barrier between um radio stations and television stations. So I don't actually know if people are like radioing uh there are people doing radio podcasts. Um I know that. And so it's just kind of like an old-fashioned thing that nobody really does anymore unless they have the budget for it. And a lot of political talk shows do that. But in terms of like an actual storyline, I don't know how common that is. But actually, maybe I might write down this. This might be stupid. Um, There are soap operas on the radio or equivalent, if that's what you mean. Oh, the UK, The Arches as one. I didn't actually know that because typically, um, about 90% of the radio stations in this area are pretty much all just, you're listening to garbage generic music. Like there's about like 500 different hey, it's the 80s like radio stations, and it's just really tiring, honestly. But that's just my experience around here. But if the joke of a radio televised soap opera can work, then the joke can be funny. Anyway, I also had the idea, um, it could be a really bad idea depending on how it goes. Um, Around here, there are a bunch of, um, I don't know how to say this lightly, so political radio things. But since I'm a YouTuber, going into politics is like a death sentence. So I want to do something where it's like a parody of those, but I never actually say any names. I don't I don't mention conservatives, liberals, or moderates, any of that. I I try to parody like some of the like rhetoric that these shows use, and it's such a weird kind of thing to try to replicate um because I have to be very, very careful as to what I say. I think it would be really funny, but I don't know if it would be like appropriate for a video to at least bring up the woke hive mind virus. I just want to say that in the video because I think it's so funny, and like all of the right-leaning radio groups that you tune into love using that like specific term. I don't actually know why. Come up with a really dumb, inconsequential issue and have people with very strong views on it. Okay, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Hold on, I'm writing that down. Um, yeah, thank you so much for the idea. Let's see. Political, like political non-issue. Yeah, non-issue. Yeah, I think that's a really good idea, and it can be really funny. But if you mess up, then like your comment section is gonna be a war zone. So I have to like think about this one very, very. I have to tread on eggshells, essentially. Those are just some of the radio ideas, but in terms of the ideas for some of the intro stuff, um, the only thing I have going on is I wrote like a stupid idea while waiting for my English class to start. So the basic idea is um, myself in Minecraft, because of course I can't go 3 seconds without like referencing or using an asset from Minecraft in these damn videos. Um, but the basic idea is I'm behind a Minecraft crafting table, and the way I could set it up is okay. The way I set it up is so I have a long lime green kind of like sheet blanket. I'm not even sure what it is, um, but that's what I do if I need some extra green fabric for a certain piece. That's how I manage to make myself sit in certain positions, even though that normally wouldn't be possible under normal green screen conditions. So I'm thinking I have like the table right in front of me, and I put the lime green blanket over it, and so the idea is. Um, I start off with grabbing some Lego minifigure that I have because I used to play with Legos as a kid and I still have like most of them. Um, and I like put it down on the table. Keep in mind where the table is in editing is going to be a a crafting bench in Minecraft, which means I kind of have to match the angle a little bit, otherwise it will look strange. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I put down the minifigure, say Legos, and I grab a random video game, just for the novelty factor, since a lot of my viewers are, uh, and a lot of people know Minecraft. I should probably grab Minecraft Legacy Console Edition for the Xbox 360, which I still have that copy. So then I place down the Legos, say Legos. I grab Minecraft for Xbox 360, and I say video games, and I was kind of thinking like I do the thing that Jason Momoa does in the Minecraft movie where he like takes a hammer. Speaking of, where the hell did I put that? Give me a minute. So, you know how my bed is like 5 feet off the ground? I called in the bed lofters to lower the bed to where I'm not freaking the frick out because I'm on the seventh floor and I'm 5 feet off the ground. Um, and I signed their little form, and they came to my room while I wasn't there and dropped off a hammer and left something in my dorm saying, like, oh, we'll be back. It's been a week. They haven't been back, and I still have their hammer. I got my father to, like, lower it a couple of, like, inches, but I still have this hammer. Anyway, so on the crafting bench, I just have a hammer. That's correct. I do, in fact, just have a hammer. But like, my idea is I might use this hammer, but since it's black, and fun fact, I've noticed green screens have a really hard problem with black because it seems like uh, it has a hard time differentiating between shadows and like black fabric. That's why you see a bunch of artifacting, uh, especially like around my hair or if I'm wearing black. It's a little unfortunate, but since I'm doing all of this in my parents' garage, I don't have any professional lighting or anything. I don't even have a cyc wall. A cyc wall would make life so much easier. But anyway, crafting bench, I just take like a hammer and I do what Jason Momoa does in the Minecraft movie, and I just cut and then I cut again and remove the hammer, but it's replaced with like the one of the Lego games, and I just say billions of dollars. That's what I'm kind of thinking, but that was just like I needed something to do while waiting for my English class, so I don't know if that intro idea is final. That's for sure. Let me put this back. There we are. Um, I don't know if that intro idea is final. Um, but I also the Lego video game in question that I'm thinking of using. It can't be one of the obscure ones or the one that no one cares about. Like, um, Lego Avengers is off the table. Um, yeah, I'm thinking maybe. out of the options, it seems like Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga for the Xbox 360 is the best way to go. Because most people know that game more than they know Lego Indiana Jones, I think. I don't actually know, but I do know my media arts um, professor uh, in lecture like 2 days ago. She mentioned the Lego games, and I thought, girl, do I have a video for you? I imagine they take back the hammer just before you're about to do that. Dude, what the hell? If only. Sorry, my phone just like moved on its own. That was pretty freaky. Um, Worst case scenario, I have hammers at home, and like if the the hammer police like show up at my door and say we're confiscating your hammers because that's a sign you're a communist okay, I'm gonna kill myself, that's okay. I'm just gonna dang it, I hold on, I need to do sign language real quick. Sorry, it's I'm trying my best, but I'm using my phone webcam and it's not the best. Fun fact, this single can has slightly less than your daily allowed sugars. I drink multiple a day. I'm gonna die. Anyway, what else do I need to talk about? Okay, those were just like some of the ideas I have written down. Did I write down any more? Um, no, I didn't. That's actually all I have after like 2 weeks of planning because I've been busy with all these stupid classes. Guys, I'm sorry, guys. It's so hard trying to live in this economy. Like, you go down to the shops that are around here and like a glass is like $30. Just like a glass cup. I've already like I've had to use my dad's credit card to buy like so many textbooks already, and it is so embarrassing. Like I have to text him every time, "Hey, so I bought another textbook and it's so awkward. I hate doing it and I have to do it all the time, and the textbook industry is just a scam." Anyway, um I might uh get rid of this later. I might. Dang it, why did I do that? Wait. So this is going to be like the most scuffed script that I could possibly write. And I've got like 40 minutes before I need to head to class. Just a fun fact. Um, so what did I write down in my notes? Give me a minute. Where split two for split. Where the hell are my notes? I'm dead serious. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. Um, I just need grab a Lego minifig. Also, I don't know if I want to bring up bricks and minifigs, that scandal, for the third time in a video. I think the joke might be getting stale, but I'm sorry. I just think the topical issue of stealing from old people is just really, really funny. Like, it could be a year from now and I'd still reference bricks and minifigs, but I don't know if I want to do that here. it would make sense. It would fit in perfectly, like more so than the Sly Cooper video and the Mario Kart video, but I still referenced bricks and minifigs in that. Um, I actually might want to reference that in the intro. I think I think that might be a good idea. I think so. I think that's a good idea. Okay. Um, grab Lego minifig. What else do I need? Uh, hammer. I'll keep that off screen in the time being. Oh, and mine. Damn it. Legacy console. I'm still getting used to this this keyboard. I'm sorry. I hate this keyboard. I hate it. What's even worse is the mouse pad. It's so bad. Mm, okay. So we have the shot with a table, green fabric, like a minifig, hammer, Minecraft, lazy console. Okay. Yes, that's all I need. That's it. Um, thinking. And this script is so not very well organized. Give me a minute while I square Unicode character. Okay. Um, damn it. Let me copy and paste you. Wait. Yes. Okay. Okay. So I kind of like to color coordinate. Okay, that wasn't the right Unicode thing that I was looking for, but that'll work. I really like to color coordinate the the script. It just helped me to line up what I need, and I kind of have this system that uh, let's see, yeah, green. Why? Ugh, hold on, I think I need to go into my extensions and turn off dark mode. That might be the problem. Or okay, never mind. That didn't work. Well, that's incredibly annoying. Um, where are my extensions? I can't find them. I'm dead serious. Uh, extensions. Okay. Um, okay, so I can't just turn it off. Okay, that's that's real convenient. I've been using the Google Docs dark mode because I write my scripts usually very late at night, but for some reason, for some stupid reason, Google, the billion-dollar company that it is, for some reason has dark mode for mobile devices on Google Docs, but not for computers, not for laptops. It's just so stupid. I don't understand. Like you could set that up. I could set that up, and I've taken maybe like three programming per that word. You know what I mean. Anyway, okay. So I just Legos. Um, okay. Plop minifig on the table. Okay. What else do I add? Sure. Okay. That's good enough, I think. Legos. And I like to not indicate a space in between, so that way I can indicate whether it's a cut or just a straight shot, but with like a pause or anything that I need to do. And then about uh, 2 to 5% of the script is improvised because I have trouble memorizing my lines. Fun fact. I should definitely just sometime start a second channel where I I break down some of the videos that I made because I find it genuinely interesting. I would watch that. A huge inspiration for me is Kid Icarus, and he's got this second channel that's very, God, what's the word? Um, Very like introspective kind of, but it's kind of built around an ASMR theme. I don't really care about the ASMR part. I just care about the like commentary bit of how he makes these videos because he kind of does something very similar to me, but without the green screen. Um, if I'd like to think of myself, I'd like to think of myself as a fusion between the style and formula of this YouTuber called Bisley Channel, the coolest YouTuber in the entire world. I credited him in the Sly Cooper video. Check in the description. I'm dead serious. I did that. Um, and then Kid Icarus is my kind of like style humor. I love how he intermixes these little skits, which is I genuinely made a retroactive uh, attempt to do that in the Sly Cooper video for better or for worse. And now I'm really looking for um, looking to film in real life locations as much as I can so I can intermix the green screen style with reality. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyway, what the hell was I talking about? Okay, what else do I need? Um, okay. Uh, Video games. Yeah, and I really don't know the tone of voice I want to use for here. I don't know if I want to reference, which is probably not a good idea, seeing as referencing older videos are usually never a good idea. I've noticed the jokes don't really hit if your audience is left out, but if I mention the way I pronounce video games like I did in the Sly Cooper video, then the people who saw that video might get a chuckle, but the people watching that haven't seen that video are just going to be lost. So I think I'm going to avoid doing that voice, even though it would be funny. Um, Sorry, I'm like talking to myself and like figuring this out. Um, Place Minecraft, Xbox 360 on table. That is the general idea. Okay, and move a hammer to the location, but please, dear God, do not allow me to break that cheap, like, um, what are they called? TV tables? TV dinner tables? I don't know. There's like these cheap little, like wood tables we have in America, and I don't know if it's any, like, normal in any part of the world, but the TV trays, that's what they're called, yeah. Where the entire purpose is to like eat while you watch TV, and that's kind of gross. Every time I think of those, I think of that scene from Matilda where like it's so gross. Her entire family is acting like so gluttonous. Anyway, moving hammer to the location and cut. What else do I need? Okay, cut, and then replace the items with um, let's just do Lego Star Wars. Some Lego Star Wars game. In recording filing, we'll figure out which game to use. Um, because I have a shelf with video games, and I definitely have two or three different Lego Star Wars games. So yeah, I had a bit of the trouble in the Sly Cooper video trying to like last minute because I kind of didn't write down the exact games I wanted to use, so I was kind of in a rush trying to grab the stuff, and of course, stupid me grabbed some Spyro reimagination thing that nobody likes, and the Crash Bandicoot um, Wrath of Cortex. That's what it's called. Okay. And I've noticed when making videos, you want your stuff to be as like accessible accessible as possible. So you don't want to like in jokes and stuff like exclude people who are out of the loop. Um, let's take for instance IT Crowd, because I've already mentioned IT Crowd in this stream before, where it would make absolutely no sense to reference IT Crowd because what tiny majority of people are not only interested in a random British television series and would be also interested in that show, but that style of humor that some people would describe as Monty Python esque. What the hell was I talking about? I just lost my train of thought. Anyway, I remember now. Okay. Like, it makes no sense to reference that show because nobody's going to understand the joke or the reference. So the way I kind of do it, even though this show is like a massive source of humor for me, as seen with the Sly Cooper video where I just randomly do Douglas Renham's voice at times, is I like reference things from that show that I find funny. I don't reference them, but I take those ideas and kind of make them my own, I guess. Like in the Sly Cooper video, when somebody rings the doorbell and I stand up and say, "There's someone at the door," and do like a little jig. That's that's from IT Crowd. I'm dead serious. But if somebody who's never watched that show uh, saw that scene, they would they'd still think that's funny because it's absolutely ridiculous. So there's this weird balance between uh like referencing a joke in like a random TV show. Like I wouldn't even recommend doing it with more popular shows like Breaking Bad or The Office because the odds of somebody having never seen those shows are pretty high. Like you could reference for Breaking Bad, for instance, the popular memes around it, um, or the like Walter, Walter, we need to cook kind of like thing. But if you reference like specific things like uh, who the hell is Saul Goodman? I don't know Saul Goodman, so why should the viewer know Saul Goodman? So sorry, I just went on like a random rant. This is what I think about whenever I go to sleep at night. Um, I'm praying and hoping that the settings that I chose for this stream are delete after it happens. I don't remember if that's in the YouTube settings or in the OBS settings, because if it's in the OBS settings, then thank God nobody will ever see this live stream ever again. Oh, thank the Lord. Okay. What else? Hammer cut. The arms of Star Wars. Um, cut. Um, and move the hammer to the same spot, but um, move it. God, I hate this keyboard. Move it away. Okay. Yeah, this seems to be the best route that I can think of. I think that's for the best. Um, hmm, yeah, okay. And just gotta make sure that I don't cut and I keep the scene continuous. Billions of dollars. I don't know if I want to use that voice. I'm still completely unsure what to do about that. Um, Actually, I just had an idea. What if I just like zoom in? That way it's not like a terrible viewing experience. I'm sorry, I don't know what the hell is wrong with me. Um, but I've got the camera going on like in the back, so I could just say, I don't know why I'm putting this in caps this time. Dollars. Yeah. I also learned, um, if you're going to reference any sort of currency, and this is especially important if you're a content creator in other countries, um, especially the UK, since I learned this from Kid Icarus, um, that you don't want to say in the video euros, even if that's where you're from. You don't want to use euros, don't want to use pounds, because YouTube will like recommend your stuff if it notices that you're saying pounds instead of dollars to a more British audience than American, and that restricts your viewers by a large amount. Um, what was I saying? Anyway, so just a little advice if you're from the UK or the Philippines or anywhere else, use use dollars in your script even if it doesn't make sense. I know it's a massive pain and you've got to convert whatever your currency is to the US dollar. And I'm sorry, that's just how YouTube works. It's disgusting, but what the hell are you going to do about it? I'm sorry. Anyway, back to the script. Um, billions of dollars. Okay. I think that's where I cut and I move on to the next like scene. So no, stop. What are you doing? I hate this stupid laptop's mouse thing. I just want to okay, just copy. Yes. Yeah, no, bad, very bad. Yes. Good boy. That was my nickname in high school. Um all right. And there's a little. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's real good. That's the heat. I think that's the heat. How screwed am I? It's been 2 weeks since I had the idea of this video, and this is all I have. This is straight up just all I have. I hate it here. Hmm. Um, like I said, I could do the bricks and minifigs reference again. I could say like um back before. Hmm. Back before bricks and minifigs meant stealing from old people. Like, that sentence sounds good, but when you think about it, it doesn't make sense. I'm not good with words. Do I look like an English major? Look at me. I'm dead serious. Like, do I look like anything other than an arts major? I'm dead serious. Look into my eyes. Do I look like anything other than like an arts major? I'm in an arts college. Girl, I can't do math. I'm barely literate. It's okay, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Regardless. And yes, that was literally just an excuse to show my eyeliner, just moving away my hair slightly. Ugh. Anyway, logging in, and I've got about 20 minutes left until I should end this stream. What do I want to do here? What do I want to do? Okay. What if I write a sentence and try to think, what can I do? What can I, how can I make this interesting? No, that's a terrible idea. Um, I've had a little bit of the problem that I don't have any 3D tools for looking at Lego scenes, and if we go over here and we look up uh Lego 3D 3 model, um, we could try Sketchfab. That Sketchfab is a good place for some Lego stuff, but those are just characters, vehicles. I need an actual set, like a scene, and I don't know anything about um, free cam for Lego games. Hmm, yeah, none of this is helpful. Whoever did that did not do a really good job. Yikes. Is that supposed to be Tony Stark? That's all of these are. I mean, there's that, but that's not really a scene. That's just a set. Um, also, my goodness, some of these are not good. It's all just characters. I'm dead serious. So, I don't know if you guys know any, like, sites that's good for trying to find this stuff. Also, hello, Sogo7. How are you? Um, I just straight up can't find any good, like, uh 3D models for like an actual Lego like environment. I can't find one. And I think worst case scenario, I try to find somebody else's gameplay of some Lego game. I don't care. It could even be the bonus level in Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga, I think it's called. In the Lego thing, I think. Did I do that? Wait, I could have sworn I did that before. Hmm. Ask Perplexity. Um, I have a friend who does a bunch of he knows a bunch of stuff about models, but I don't really know any like good places for like an actual set. I mean, I've worst case scenario, I do have some Legos. Um, like I've got some. I have a Minecraft kind of Lego set that's just like the Nether Fortress, but I don't know if I want to use that. That's also the only like good idea that I do have. Nothing's great. Nothing's really sticking. So I don't know what I want to do because I sure as hell don't want to do a Minecraft shot again. Oh, oh wait, guys. So you want 3D Lego sets? Yeah, I just need something for the green screen shot. That's just what I need. And ideally, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I especially don't know how I'm gonna do this on my college laptop. But a free cam for I don't know Lego Indiana Jones or something. The a really good site that I have been using that I did use for the Mario Kart video was NoClip. NoClip is a fantastic website developed by Jasper. I'm in the Discord server for the development of this. I don't do any of the development stuff. I suck at everything actually. Also, I just realized for some reason NoClip doesn't work on Chrome, so I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to keep the camera in full screen. I'm sorry. It's a really cool site. Just look up no clip, no space, and it has a bunch of like 3D level viewers. And the development team is really good at updating the stuff they have. There's been a couple of new stuff. I think I don't remember, and they make changes like almost every day. It's insane the work this team puts into it. But I'm in the Discord server. If you ever want to drop into their Discord server and say like, "Hi, this YouTuber called Fowling uses this website for some of his shots," um, that'd be cool. You could save up for a MacBook Neo. Um, so there's a big problem with that. I'm broke, like financially. I can show you what's in my food cupboard real quick. Just an entire loaf of bread. This is all the food that I have at my college dorm. This is it. I can't afford anything else. Like, there's the halls around campus, but I don't want to use too much money. I'm saving as much money as I can. I'm trying my best, but it's all for that college degree. And I'm sorry, but YouTube isn't paying the bills. Um, I'm sorry. I can't buy like a studio apartment uh, based on like random donations on Buy Me a Coffee. But I'm trying to get to that point where I can actually, sustain myself. The Sly Cooper video took a lot of time, and the I tried to keep it as cheap as possible. Like, um, in one scene, I do have a controller that I broke or smashed in quotation marks. Um, I didn't actually. I lied about that because I can't afford to replace it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I got added as a liar. Sorry, guys. Um, like, can you ask your parents? Girl, I can't ask my parents shit. Um, like the um, only financial help I get is, um, essentially access to their credit card, where exclusively the only things I'm allowed to use on that are like textbooks. That's it. So I don't have a lot of versatility. I have my own debit card, but I've spent a lot of money over the summer. The camera that I use to film is a Sony ZV-E10, and it costed like $1,000. I spent all of my graduation money on that camera just so I could make my videos not look terrible. Because before I've been recording with my phone, and I don't think my phone even records in HD. It's probably something like 360p or anything. But I gotta go. Goodbye, Sogo 7. That's fun. But anyway, this is my life trying to scour any penny I can gather. It's it's just a massive challenge. Uh, in my debit account, um, I've only got, I think, God, how much money do I have? I can't check it right now because my phone is being in use. But I've got, I think, $2,000 inside my savings account, and Lord knows I I haven't made any money in the past month. Voice acting isn't paying bills. YouTube isn't paying bills. I tried getting a job at the university radio station, as previously discussed, but then they never responded to my reschedule email that I only did because the student had a job and then never followed up on my email. So, guess I'm not getting that job freshman year and I'm gonna be like broke. Like, just taking a look around my dorm, like, I don't have anything fancy. I don't have metal plates. I've got a supply of like paper plates. Uh, I've got like red solo cups. Uh, I'm lucky if I stumble into the mac and cheese lady on campus. I'm dead serious. There's a mac and cheese lady who just like hands out like boxes of mac and cheese. Like if you okay, when you stumble upon her, I'm dead serious. It's like stumbling upon a unicorn. It's like it's it's like a gold pot at the end of the rainbow. Like when you find this lady and she gives you that box of mac and cheese, you know I don't have to eat bread and honey again, and that is a godsend. This woman is is helping me live. I hope you know. I'm surviving on those like free mac and cheese noodles. And then like the problem is the cheese part of the mac and cheese. I realize that it's kind of scuffed, but milk is, if you're living in a dorm, I would not recommend bringing milk anywhere because if you don't have enough space in your fridge, I realize you can't see my fridge, but it's it's there. Yep, that's my fridge. It's like a it looks like a 60s model from the ancient times where John F. Kennedy was president. That's my fridge, and it's honestly just the only thing that's in the fridge is like, give me a minute. It is exclusively Arizona green teas. There's no food in there. All I've been eating has been bread and honey all week. So anyway, I'm probably gonna die of like malnourishment. Thank goodness I'm safe from scurvy because these have a good amount of vitamin C. Let's see, how much time before I need to end? About like 6 minutes. Guys, what are we doing here? Guys, I'm fine. Fine. Don't worry about my roommate. He's fine. He's on a fun adventure called taking the bus on an hour-long walk that that it would normally be. So that's fun. I'm very thankful that all of my classes are very close together. I'm very thankful for that. But um, the language building that I have to go to for like two of my classes, um, it straight up looks haunted. Wait, I just remembered something super funny about this university. Um, so my English teacher at my old high school, um, he actually graduated from this university, um, and he said there's a haunted dorm, and he's not wrong. It's real. The dorm is actually haunted. I mean, you would kind of think that it would be like my dorm that's haunted because, fun fact, back in like the 1960s, there was somebody who got murdered because uh, just somebody without a key card got let in. That was like that was the 60s. That was 80 years ago, girl. You'd think it would be my dorm because that happened, but no. Apparently, it's just some random hall that for some reason they don't even advertise on the website. It's so funny. It's so funny. The fact that like you know something is messed up when the university doesn't even show your dorm on the website. It's embarrassing. Like you know something happened like 30 years ago that the dorm cannot just like take back its reputation. I don't even know why it's haunted. I don't know what the deal is. Um, but I don't know. That's a fun way to end. That's a fun way to end a stream, I guess. Um, it's about like 3 minutes early, and I need to get to class at 11 a.m. But yeah, bye for the people who watch this after the stream. Um, shout out after stream viewers. I see you. I see you. I forget that my phone camera's there. Okay, bye now. Oh, dang it! I forgot to disable the you will not be able to reconnect. Your stream will no longer be live. Kind of like